chore till I'm underneath the floor in the trenches like a war. If they want to give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check back 16, check back 16.
The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Watson forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now it's Wright. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl? Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Striker, 3-3.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll roll him out right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check, 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 check.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
25 to the mic. We're going 25 to the mic.
Jack rep. Jack rep.
Check 3.
Ready, go.
Kamara will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
38.
2nd and 4. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red.
Go. Hey, check back 16. Check back.
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Terry. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and 3. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field, D.
62 blaster.
Check 99. Hey, switch gears.
Strike it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back to throw, Watson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Texans! From 21 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Watson being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Watson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back now in Houston. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Room here to run. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 10-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
This is caught. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Terry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Watson. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. He had the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left up.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 35 yards the game there. Another first down as well. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering where's that magic line for my kicker. They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.